Так, надо посмотреть, что ж там нам показали. Полный ролик. Потому что я смотрел в прямом эфире, не сильно заострял внимание, но сейчас есть полный ролик, где все написано и рассказано, что и как будет в Смайте 2. Поехали.
We've spent 10 years together in Smite, but now it's time for
Нет.
something new. Something more beautiful than ever before. Something with
Затычь.
more impact, more strategy, and more creativity. Something we've all been dreaming about for a long, long time.
Так.
Introducing
World premiere.
Woke up this morning, feeling reborn, and it's like a new
Я надеюсь, забанят. Та-там, чтоб за музыку не забанили. Та-та-та, пока все то же самое. Только картинки другие, чуть-чуть и всякие циферки другие. Все пока то же самое. Номер 1 моба, это они, конечно, трендят, но ладно. Та-та-та, та-та-та. И мир что-то делает. Ага, более крутые 3D-шные эффекты. Думаю, ППС будет проседать. На-на-на-на. Билды. Ой, Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5. Лагучая херня. Смайт 2.
What's too worthy, you ask? This isn't just a slightly larger than normal season. It's not a balanced pass that we're calling a sequel.
Ага, не
Smite 2
балансовые
is
правки,
the
да.
next generation of
О,
cross-platform
кроссплатформенная
third-person
игра.
This is a true sequel to Smite. Fully modernized,
Сиквел
rebuilt
Smite.
from the ground up
То есть будет
in
и
Unreal
две
Engine
игры сразу, и первая, и
That's a
вторая.
two-generation leap over Smite's Unreal 3, which first released back in 2006. We've got a lot to talk about.
Нормально, с третьего на
So let's
пятый
get
сразу
started.
перепрыгнуть.
Smite 2 has all the things you already love about Smite, and so much more. It's got the depth of strategy and tactics that you can only find in a 3-lane MOBA. Competition is core to our DNA, and rest assured that Smite 2 is a competitive game that rewards your time and your
Только
skill.
компетитив?
But unlike those other MOBAs, Smite 2 has amazing third-person combat. Whether you're coming from MOBAs, shooters, action games, or MMOs, you're
Ага.
instantly at home.
Типа
Of
всем
course,
понравится.
Smite
Паша,
2
тебе
feels great
должно
to keep on a
понравиться.
mouse or on controller.
Моба, шутер, вся
Naturally,
херня.
Smite 2 has a diverse roster of gods representing mythological pantheons from around the world, all
20
updated
богов
for
будет на
UI5.
альфе.
Some,
Я так
like
понимаю,
Loki,
по
stay
4
true to the god you loved
на
in Smite
каждую
1. They just
роль.
look a lot better. Others, like Anubis, have incredible new animations and godly effects.
Боже,
reflecting the
эффекты и
power of
анимация, это
UI5.
ж так важно.
Some are reimagined with new abilities. That's right,
Моби.
Ymir's wall now knocks up enemies, and he can use it to rocket jump, at least as much as a frost giant can jump. And some have an all-new look that stays
О, это
true
как у
to
Инары,
Smite
когда
1
стенку под
legacy,
себя ставишь и
updated for a new era.
подпрыгиваешь.
Here's an early look at Smite 2's Neath, who feels much more mythologically appropriate than before.
Нейт,
And of
ага.
course, Smite 2 has all new gods. Introducing Hecate, whose flowing robes and otherworldly effects are only possible in UE5.
Угу.
Hecate's
Который нельзя было в
goddess of sorcery has been the
Unreal
single most
Engine 3
universal
реализовать,
god.
реализовали здесь.
Players
Ну,
have felt her
допустим.
impact in Smite for years through the item Ring of Hecate.
Но модельки
Now, they
намного
will finally be able to play
веселее,
as the legendary
полигональнее,
Hecate
более
brings an elegant playstyle
выглядят,
to
по
Smite 2
крайней
with
мере.
her ranged magical abilities.
Хати.
Her magic allows her to reach through dimensions and
А ее
even
еще не
travel
было, да,
through the
такой?
liminal space itself.
Я так понимаю.
Hecate's flames can guide the way, or her sorcery can bring gods to a halt. The choice is yours. Hecate is the first of 5 all-new gods coming to Smite 2 before launch. But we
Ага,
can't give
да.
everything away just yet.
Smite 2 is more than
5
just
новых
Smite.
богов будет,
Smite
которых еще
2
не было
is
в
our
Смайте
chance to go
первом.
back,
Ага.
take all the learnings from 10 years of making Smite into one of the most successful multiplayer games
Главное,
of all
чтобы
time.
как с Overwatch
And do
вторым
it
не
all
получилось.
strictly better. Not just better in some ways and worse in others, but undeniably better.
There are improvements you'll see straight away. Smite 2 leverages things like dynamic lighting, using physically based rendering, cloth simulation, higher polygon counts, and a whole slew of other features that we weren't
Ну,
able to
это
take
прям
advantage
очень
of.
важно, когда у тебя
Our goal
вид
is both to
сверху,
enhance the
сзади,
visuals
и
in all
эти
areas,
фигурки,
while preserving the
блин,
feel of
очень
Smite
маленькие.
that our players love. We've made improvements to things like animation, effects.
Ты, блин, увидишь, как ткань там это дергается, тебе это нужно будет, конечно. Но вот эти картинки очень поприятнее.
Even if you don't consciously notice them. Smite 2 should just feel better.
For example, something as simple as a jump animation has had a major overhaul, allowing for a smoother flow while adding context and impact. Ability effects are all new, taking full advantage of Niagara. Watch how Anher's pillar dissolves into sand, how Chalk's rain wets the ground, and how Ymir's wall
Это
freezes
тоже
the
прямо
nearby
очень
environment.
сильно важно.
These effects will increase your immersion in the world.
Мне
and
кажется,
your
это
sense of battle
херня.
power.
Ну, типа, блин, на
We
это
looked at
никто в
every
игре не
god,
будет
we made
обращать
subtle
внимание.
changes to stay true to the god.
Конечно, картинки выглядят намного красивее, намного объемнее и все остальное. Но даже здесь мы видим, ну, типа, как оно пробит на пересечениях, на коллизиях. Это, конечно, они пишут, что при альфа там все может поменяться. Все
Our new Rally Here backend supports millions of
новые реликвии.
Smite
Давай.
players know that our
Yeah.
old monolithic matchmaking core had a tendency of dying long before we had that many players. Smite 2 will have an all-new custom matchmaking system, which is specifically designed to tackle the unique challenges of matchmaking for a MOBA.
Ага.
And Ranked will be reimagined with a
Интересно,
brand new
каким
system
образом
that
они
aims
будут
to bring
подбирать
competition to
игроков.
more players than ever, while creating a true uncapped battle for the #1 spot in the world.
Smite 1's UI runs on Flash. Yes, that Flash, which has long kept us from creating a modern UI with polish and performance that's finally possible in Smite 2.
Новый
And
хуб.
Smite 2 is a next-gen
Худ,
native
точнее.
taking full advantage of modern hardware. Smite 2 will support full crossplay across PC, Steam Deck, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5.
О, встречайте
Smite 2
читеров,
is a
как
game where
паладинс.
fighting feels strictly better than ever, so you can feel more like a god with additional impact on
А
every hit.
они это так говорят, как будто бы это кто-то уже пробовал. Ну, типа, пробовали ж только они внутри себя. А даже альфа-теста еще не было. Альфа-тест
Specific
будет
animations and
весной.
effects have been retuned to add more impact than before. CC status and immunity are now clearly communicated on nameplates, so it's easier to
Четко
read the floor
отображает.
of
Вот, ну, в принципе, нахер это нужно? Ну, отображается он четко, нечетко. Все равно все, кто знал, все смотрели туда, куда надо.
Perhaps most importantly, it's a game with strictly better tactical and strategic depth.
Фактически,
than Smite 1.
давайте уже про
We've
релики,
completely
про
overhauled the idea of items and relics in Smite 2 to open the
похожесть
doors
на
for more
лол,
creativity,
давай.
expression, and experimentation in every game you play. First up, relics are gone, at least as you know them. Now every god has 2 buttons by default: purification beads to immune crowd control, and a warding slot used specifically for your choice of vision control options. What about the
Дополнительные
other
варды
former
можно будет
relic
брать?
options and items?
Или типа
Well,
вот только
now your
этот вард и
entire
все?
6-slot item inventory can potentially have an activated effect, triggered by a button press.
Офигеть, у каждого будет активированная способность. Как в Парагоне. Ну, по крайней мере, я только в Парагоне такое видел, может, еще в Лоле такое
The
есть,
item
или в
store is
Доте,
now
хз.
easier to navigate, with an entirely new way to build items. Want a cooldown item and don't want to scour 30 different trees? Don't want to have to decide now what finished item you'll need in 5 minutes? Don't worry, just build a bow, and every single item with attack speed can be built out of that bow.
Опа,
And
очень
you'll
на
have more
лол
creative
похоже,
builds than ever
проверяй.
before. Gods
Вот
are
это
no
точно
longer
на лол
stats
было
or
похоже.
physical.
Ага.
Each god will now have 2 different sources of power: strength and intelligence. Different abilities within each
Мощность,
god's kit will
интеллект.
scale differently, and all gods will be able to build all items. Face Punch Ymir with crit is back. Hunters that used to do it all like Kurnanos now will need to build int in order to increase damage on certain abilities, like his polymorph. And new hybrid utility options let Chalk build int to buff his healing.
And there's even more new in Smite 2 to reward you for tactically and creatively playing the conquest map.
Мгм.
Ambush your
Так.
enemies from these
О,
and make
понял.
infiltrations through portals connecting outer lanes. Battle
Порталы,
against the
ага.
fully equipped with new
В Парагоне
abilities
опять же
and
видел такую
tactical
херню,
abilities.
может еще где-то
Like the
такое
back
было.
door you can open to
Ныкаться
safely
в
reach the seal. Earn
этих это
game-changing
прикольно.
points as you defeat the Gold Fury, culminating in the Ancient Fury, a new game-ending objective. Gain every advantage through mastering new lane and jungle mechanics. New minion formations and siege minions will make laning more rewarding, while an evolving jungle introduces new strategy to jungling. And there's an all-new way to intentionally interact with the map through a button press.
Теперь придется
New
вардов
assists
больше
by
брать,
Warhorn, which
чтобы в
strengthens
кусты
their
их
minions
ныкать, да?
to pick up a buff. That's right. There are no more accidental buff pickups in Smite 2.
As we've said before, Smite 2 is a true sequel to Smite and a new standalone game. So let's address the question on everyone's mind. Existing content from Smite 1 will not directly transfer to Smite 2.
Ах
But
ты ж
don't
бляха.
worry, just because your content doesn't directly transfer doesn't mean we're not rewarding our loyal players in Smite 2 for their time, money, and accomplishments.
First, let's talk about why we are not directly transferring content.
Ну, потому что у вас не получится перевести модельки, блядь.
That means we have to completely rework or recreate every piece of content for it to function in Smite 2.
Currently,
Потому
because we
что вы,
want to
блядь,
make
нихуя
sure
не
all the
умеете.
content that goes into Smite 2 is strictly
Простите,
better,
мой
it
француз.
takes about 2 months of work to get one skin from Smite to Smite 2. And that's if we just port it with
Это,
effects,
конечно, да.
without making other meaningful improvements.
As of today, there are about 1,600 skins in Smite, excluding mastery skins. To just port every skin to Smite 2, it would take about 246 years of work, and we couldn't do that and make Smite 2 as amazing as we knew it could be if we started fresh.
When we started this project, we made this hard call. We believed that our players wanted a better version of Smite more than anything else.
So what will you get in Smite 2? Introducing Legacy Gems and Divine Legacy, two systems designed to make sure you get rewarded for your time, money, and achievements.
Whether you grinded out daily logins or went hard on your gem sales, your Legacy Gems will be waiting for you in Smite 2. You'll receive Legacy Gems in Smite 2 equal to every single gem you've ever spent in Smite 1, free or purchased.
Один к
Your
одному.
Legacy Gems can be used to pay for 50% of most in-game purchases in Smite 2. So things like events, skins, battle passes, and Smite 2 will all be half off until you spend all of your Legacy Gems.
Я представляю
And if you purchase
киберспортсменам,
any
сколько
Smite 2
насыпят
Founders
просто.
Packs, we'll give you double
Просто
your Legacy
миллионы.
Gems, giving you the equivalent purchasing power to the gems you already spent in Smite 1. Stay tuned for more info on Smite 2's Founders Packs as we get closer to release.
And Year 11 of Smite 1 comes with an all-new feature, Divine Legacy, going live in the first update of Year 11. Through the Divine Legacy, you'll be rewarded for your progress for each year of Smite's history. We've tracked the gods you've mastered, the rank matches you've lost, the skins you've unlocked,
Боги,
and the
боги,
match
боги.
hours
Это
you've
кто?
played.
Это, получается,
You earn
Харон
points
там
for your
был.
progress in each year, and your points are tallied together to give you rewards.
Если у меня все они есть, если я их покупал, то что?
Some of your amazing Smite 1 achievements, your rare skins, and your exact mastery level and star count on each god. Plus, you'll unlock up to 11 skins in Smite 2 free. One for each year of Smite.
Бесплатные
Even if you
скины.
don't plan to move to Smite 2, the Divine Legacy has some amazing rewards for you. You'll get to choose any unlimited tier 4 and any unlimited tier 5 to unlock absolutely free in Smite 1.
And if you've started Smite more recently, don't worry. You can still make progress on your Divine Legacy throughout Year 11 and eventually unlock all the rewards. There's something else
Я так понимаю, в этом году он не выйдет уже в нормальную игру, только в альфу, в бету, скорее всего.
New skin production pipeline to make content that you'll get both in Smite 1 and in Smite 2. You can unlock 2 cross-gen skins today with the Smite Legacy Pass DLC, available now in Smite. This pack includes the new cross-gen Untamed Bologna skin, the new cross-gen Batty Bat Jingwei skin, a boost to
Опа,
Divine
пошли
Legacy
эти,
progress in
пошли
Year
уже
11, and more.
батлпассы
There's not
какие-то.
just 1 or 2 cross-gen skins this year. Every new gem purchasable skin released in Smite in Year 11 will be a cross-gen skin, unlocked for you in Smite 2 as soon as that god is available to play. And as an added benefit, you'll get Legacy Gems in Smite 2 for every gem you spend on these cross-gen skins or any Smite 1 content.
Нормально.
We're so excited
Один
for
к двум.
cross-gen content
Ну,
that
это
we're kicking
приятно.
off Year 11 with 2 all-new events.
А в курсе,
built
что она
around the
неправильно
concept.
стала на точку? Там, блин,
Battle
размечена
passes
точка,
are
а
now
она
cross-gen passes.
слева от нее.
Second, the Immortal Honor event, where we'll reveal 2 new gods transitioning to Smite 2 every month.
And it's important to make clear once again, Smite 2 is a true sequel. Smite 1 and all of your Smite 1 content will remain live and available for you to play even after Smite 2 releases.
I know we threw a lot of information at you today.
Нахера
about
будет
Smite
Смайт
2
первый, если в
and the
Смайт
Divine
второй,
Legacy
ну типа
process.
будут все те же
We
боги,
put together a
та же
rundown
механика
at
и
smite2.com/FAQ.
только более расширенный этот вариант
We'll also
игры.
continue to update you non-stop as more information about Smite 2 comes out. So follow @Smite Game on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and
TikTok.
Twitter. I mean X. You know what I mean.
We are committed to Smite 2 for years to come, and as a competitive game, that commitment starts with
Какой у тебя
esports.
плохой выговор, не может
2024 will be a
перевести.
transition year for the esports scene, as the Titan Forge esports ecosystem moves from Smite to Smite 2.
Да
The goal is to
неожиданно
answer
прям.
a few of the community's most frequently heard concerns. More lands where you can join together in
Вот
the
это,
lobby
кстати,
and share
интересно.
on your
Они
favorite
будут
teams.
больше
A return
делать
of
всяких
region-based rivalries with their
соревнований.
unique metas. No more requirements for pros to live in Atlanta. allowing anyone to
Да, вот
compete,
это
regardless of
правильно.
where they are from.
Это прям
An
правильно.
esports scene that is more open to
В
anyone
Полодосах
to
так
still
киберспорт развалился,
More
в Смайте
freedom for
тоже
players to sign
мог
sponsorship
развалиться, и,
deals
видимо,
with
они это уже
whomever they want
понимали.
to.
Что
Introducing the Smite
боткемпы вот
Founders
эти вот,
Series, a series
говно
of LAN
собачье.
majors that will be built the
Поэтому
foundation
они это
of
убрали.
Smite 2
Или,
esports.
возможно, просто на это много
Starting
денег.
during Smite 2's alpha, teams will be able to form freely under a banner of their choice and play in online qualifiers. The best teams will earn their spots to play live at a Smite 2 LAN major. These
О,
majors will be
хорошо.
held in front of a live
Это типа
audience
как лиги,
around the
как
world.
лиги в футболе, типа
We
лига
confirm
пониже,
today
пониже,
that year one
пониже.
of Smite
И
2
типа ты
esports,
можешь
there will
переходить.
be at least one major
Это
in the
хорошо.
United States.
Для
For the
каких-нибудь
first
бомжей,
time since
которые хорошо играют, но
2017,
типа неизвестные,
competitive
это
Smite
прям
will be played in front of a
отлично.
crowd at a major in Europe or the UK. Be sure to follow the Smite Pro X account to learn more about Smite 2 Founder Series and how you can take part.
Он, кстати,
When we started
британец, походу.
development on Smite 2, we wanted to make
Каким
the first
выговором.
great MOBA since Smite. We think we're on the right track,
Даже, может,
but
шотландец.
we're not done yet. There's a lot of work still left to be done.
We're going to need
Да.
your help to make Smite 2 as
Позже я
amazing as
прочитал
it can be,
Иштар Тернер.
because we believe
Ага.
the best games are developed
Мает головного
alongside
мозга.
their communities. We've already begun early testing with SPL pros, Olympians, and some of your
Ага.
favorite content creators. Their feedback has been shaping the direction of Smite 2 for months.
We expect you'll be
Это
able to
хорошо.
get your hands on Smite 2 this spring.
Как
in
бы,
early alpha
естественно,
testing.
должны
Go to smite2.com
мастера,
right now to register for an
грандмастера,
alpha
блин,
test.
проверять эту
Keep in
игру, а не
mind,
только
this will be a true alpha.
бомжи типа
The game
меня.
will
Потому
still
что
be
они
rough around
намного
the
больше
edges
явно
and
шарят и
even in the
понимают, как
middle,
оно должно быть.
but we
Хотя
want you in the
они могут
game to get
задавать
your
свои
feedback as
какие-то
soon as
вещи,
we can,
которые
so that
могут
we're
кому-то не
sure
понравиться.
we're making the Smite 2 that you all want to play.
For a few of you here in attendance at Esports Stadium Arlington, you'll get a special chance to play a private test
А
of
нас там
Smite
нет.
2 this weekend.
О,
so much
надо
more
ехать в
we can't wait to
Арлингтон,
tell you about Smite
тестировать
2.
Смайт 2
We didn't even have
сегодня.
time to mention that voice packs of Smite
Лететь.
2 are now just unlocked automatically with each god. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, January 14th, immediately following the Smite Year 11 show match, we'll be live on stage here at Esports Stadium Arlington
Мгм.
and streaming everywhere online for our very first Smite 2 Dev Insight show. We'll talk more about our goals for Smite 2, showcase some development footage, and try to give a
Кадры
lot more
разработки
detail about our
более
vision
подробно.
for
Да,
Smite 2.
And from now until alpha, we're going to be diving deep on a new feature every week. We'll cover some
О,
things
да,
we
вот это
touched on
хорошо.
here today,
Вот это
and some we
хорошо.
just didn't have time to get to, like our improved audio system and how conquest roles are changing. If you want to be sure to get all the latest news, wishlist Smite 2 on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Epic Games Store today, and follow @SmiteGame everywhere.
To all those watching in Arlington or at home, thank you for making the Smite community strong.
Thank
Can't wait to take
you.
this first
И вам
step
тоже
to the
thank
next
you.
chapter of Smite with all of you. And with that, it's
Плохо.
time for the Smite
Пока
World
выглядит красиво.
Championship.
Выглядит красиво, на словах очень выглядит заманчиво, скажем так. Типа, все для людей, все хорошо, вы будете молодцы, вам будет все классно, все понравится и так далее. Но как это будет, ясное дело, мы пока не увидим. Аж до весны, если еще и пустят. Ну, то, что бусы не надо покупать, варды не надо покупать, не знаю, можно ли будет покупать дополнительно, это хорошо. Единственное, что я еще слышал, что он платный будет, но это что-то пока они не говорят. Но я думаю, что нет. Судя по всему, они бы сказали сейчас это. А так, в принципе, все прикольно. 20 богов, весна, всякие прикольные штучки, активные способности. Это будет сложнее, но это будет интересней. Что еще там? Киберспорт, который будет от бомжовских лиг до самого СПЛ. Тоже прикольно. Ладно, посмотрели, послушали. Посмотрим, что будет дальше. Всем спасибо. И если захотели, подписывайтесь. Там лайки, дизлайки, комментарии, отписки, всех хуйню вот это ставьте.